Does your gaming setup look like this, but you want it to look like this? Then you've come to the right place. The most important part of being a gamer is having a decent gaming setup. Having a decent gaming setup makes the entire experience. And you probably clicked on this video to see what you can do to improve your gaming setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. The first thing you can do to improve your gaming setup is probably the most obvious one, and that's having good cable management. Now, if you have cables lying around everywhere in your setup, one, everything looks very tacky. Two, it's just an eyesore to look at. What you can do to fix that is one, start separating all of the wires. Separate the wires that are plugged in from your monitors to your PC and all the wires that are plugged into your PC to other assets. Make sure everything looks nice and neat, and once you do that, you can get some Velcro straps or even some zip ties. Kind of combine everything together so it's one nice long line. It doesn't have to look super pretty, it just has to look like you care about your setup. Another common problem is if you still see some kind of obvious wires behind your monitors or your PC and you try pushing them out of the way, I'd recommend buying longer cables just so they can hide under the desk and they don't pop out when you're trying to manage your cables. That worked for me, and it could probably work for you. The second thing to improve your gaming setup is having a color scheme. And I'm not talking about the RGB lights or the natural lighting. I'm talking about the color for your setup. For my setup, everything is white. The reason for that is it fits the color for my room, it makes everything pop out, and plus I just like the color. Now, some people have a blue gaming setup, or a pink one, or even a black one. It all depends on the person, and it all depends on what you like. Make sure to pick the one that fits the best for your room and for your desires. Now, some people try to do multicolor gaming setups. Me personally, I don't think that looks good. Some people do make that work, but it can be difficult to find things that fit that setup. If you want to do it, go ahead, but just know that it can be a little bit of a hustle to find things that fit that setup. The third thing that you can do to improve your gaming setup is, of course, lights. This time I'm talking about either RGB lights or even natural lighting. If you see my videos already, you know that I have a lot of LED lights around my room. I have all of these lights because I like the style. It makes everything I have look good, and overall, it's the style I thought would look good. For you, however, you could want more natural lighting. And if you want to use something like that, I recommend having a more simpler setup. Natural setups look really good, but not with every single color. I've seen some black gaming setups that have really good natural lighting, but I think white gaming setups and wood gaming setups look the best in natural light. For RGB though, if you're gonna get RGB, get plenty of them, because I always find myself getting more and more LED lights for my room. The reason why I recommend that is because if you get RGB, you want everything to pop out and look very vibrant. You don't want any dark spots in your room because then it just looks weird. And if you have everywhere in your room lit up, it makes everything you have in your setup look better. That's why I have so many LED lights. You don't have to get so many, but if you want to showcase the things you have, I'd recommend getting quite a few. And please don't get any overpriced LED lights. Govi's the company I use for all of my LED lights, and they are amazing. I mean, you are quite literally getting what you are paying for. The fourth thing I recommend are monitor mounts or monitor stands. There are a few reasons why this improves your gaming experience and the look of your gaming setup. A monitor mount is really good for hiding cables because most of them nowadays come with clips that you can use to hide the wires, so it's just super convenient. And with monitor mounts, you can adjust it anywhere on your desk without taking up a lot of space. Like right now, I'm using a dual monitor stand, and without the stand, I would have lost like 70% of my desk space. So now I can adjust the monitors to be wherever I want them to be while keeping all of my desk space. Even if you just have one monitor, I still recommend getting a monitor stand, even though it doesn't take up that much space. It's just something I recommend buying, and it's worth it in the long run. Now, the final tip you can use to improve your gaming setup is having a good mouse pad. I know a lot of people with really good gaming setups, but their mouse pad just ruins the entire thing. The right mouse pad can make everything look that much better. And I'm not talking about a cheap one from Amazon. I'm talking about a mouse pad from like Desker or Gutsy Aiden, because they sell high quality mouse pads while looking really good. And the mouse pad I have right now is the White Canyon from Desker. And it doesn't just improve your gaming setup, it also improves your gaming experience. For you keyboard and mouse players, having the right desk pad can change everything. Having a smooth glide on the mouse pad makes doing anything a lot easier. So instead of buying a really cheap mouse pad on Amazon, I'd recommend spending that much more money to get something that's gonna last longer, looks better, and gives you a better experience. Now, that's all the tips I have for you today. If you want a part 2 of this, let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.